Here's exactly why your setter isn't booking in 3 to 5 qualified calls every single day. Now, the reason you're probably watching this video is because maybe your appointment setters don't perform like you want them to. Maybe they leave after a few months. Maybe you struggle to actually keep appointment setters on board or struggle to hire good quality ones. Now, I'm just going to go over all the reasons why this is the case. Now, let's go straight into the first one, which is compensation. A lot of people think, yes, I could just hire a commission-only appointment setter, 3 to 5%. They're going to perform, generate me all my appointments, loving life. But that's not the case, right? Let me put it in their perspective. Let's say you're a commission-only appointment setter. I offered you 3 to 5% commission on a 4K product that closes once every few days. Would you take it? Probably not. Let's say you had a slow start and you didn't even earn anything for 2 weeks, right? What are you going to do? Or let's say you break it down. 5% of 4K is $200. And that's if every single deal pays in full, which most deals don't, their payment plans. So this is peanuts. You're not even getting $100, maybe $200 if you're lucky for each deal you set. How are you supposed to be motivated? Yeah, this leads to setters having a lack of motivation. And what a lack of motivation leads to is them underperforming, losing you money. They're leaving, meaning you keep on having to hire more setters. And they speak badly of your offer to other setters, meaning you can't actually attract good quality setters. Now, you're probably thinking, how do I actually pay my setters so they stay, so they perform? Okay, this is the combination that I figured out with a lot of clients and different people I've worked with in the past to actually keep setters and motivate them. And it's laid out like this. First of all, you want to give them a small base. $500 to 1K base just shows that you actually value them and you have the money to spend. Okay, then 3 to 5% flat on every single deal that they set. Plus, you want to give them an incentive so they're actually motivated. And at the end of the month, they're raring to get more deals. I've seen 5 to 7% if they get on all the deals set for that month, if they get more than 10 closed sets in a month. Okay, so anything under than 10, they get 3 to 5. I'd say 5, Then if they get any more than 10 or over, you want to give them 5 to 7%, 7% ideally, commission on all of the deals they close for that month. That is a motivating commission structure, right? And this shows the setter you're actually invested in them. That is an offer that you can actually, that they can take seriously. So they're going to stay for a decent amount of time. They actually have the capacity to earn some money if they work hard. Every single end of the month, they're going to push for that extra bit. Also, it reassures them that they're actually going to earn money. They have security, reducing churn and keeping good quality appointment setters, right? And the result is less time wasted on training, onboarding new setters, like an endless hamster wheel. Setters stay longer and they push at the end of the month to hit that 10 closed set incentive. The amount of time I've seen clients who implement this and their setters are just grinding with closers, they're grinding with the offer owners, they're just spamming the inbox trying to get new leads to jump on calls and get that 10 appointments closed every single month is unreal, right? It's such a good motivator to have that incentive. And that base, even if it's $500, it just shows you're serious. And I really would invest in your talent like this. Really good way to attract good quality setters, okay? So that's the first point. Second point I want to go through is not hiring top talent and hiring from a bad source. So many times, coaches, consultants, business owners, they post on their story, I'm hiring an appointment setter or I'm hiring a closer, think they're going to attract top tier talent because they see other people do that. Now, the difference is the people who follow, maybe yourself, who is a fitness coach or who is a high ticket sales coaching company or who coaches for drop shipping, you're not going to have good quality appointment setters in your audience. So I don't know why you're advertising, I need appointment setters on your story. You're not going to find good quality appointment setters, meaning you just hire people who maybe are in university, maybe people who have a full-time 9 to 5 job, people who just want a quick side buck, and you're not going to get good quality appointment setters. So how do you find them? Right? How you find them is you actually develop yourself a appointment setting hiring pipeline. Now, with our clients who we work with, we tell them how they can actually develop this pipeline. But alternatively, if they actually want to use ours, we give them access to our appointment setting hiring pipeline as well, which pretty much has the level of appointment setter experience, beginner, intermediate, advanced, top tier setter, the name, the status if they're looking for a placement, if they're not, what they actually specialize in. And what this is going to do is just save you so much time scrambling, trying to find a bad appointment setter and it's going to save you money. Okay. Now, this is the exact same with hiring closers. There's two type of way of hiring: abundance and in scarcity. Abundance means, yeah, you have loads of appointment setters you can choose for, absolutely loads of them, ton of them, meaning you can handpick the one that resonates with your offer and resonates with what you sell. Versus with scarcity, where you have to post it on your story or you just have to pick from not many people, which leads to the number one most costly mistake. I go through this in another video with closers as well. If you hire the wrong person with a lack of experience, it's gonna cost you money, time, and headache training someone who potentially doesn't want to be trained, right? So reason being is it's really important to actually find this type of hiring pipeline, whether it be yours or whether it be ours, whether it be a different hiring pipeline with a different recruiter, whatever. And what you want to be looking for in good appointment setting talent is a few things. A top appointment setter isn't just someone who sends DMs or phones people and has conversations. They have great emotional intelligence. This is probably the best skill that you could look for in an appointment setter, right? Great emotional intelligence. They know what someone's feeling. They know what to look out for when maybe someone is uncomfortable, maybe when they have objections. They have good social skills, right? They have good people skills. They know exactly what to look out for. Right? So you want to screen in your interviewing for great emotional intelligence, great people skills. Experience always helps, whether it be customer service, whether it be on the phones, whether it be sales experience, whether it be direct appointment setting experience in the online high ticket sales space. That's probably the best. Technical knowledge is ideal, but it's not necessary. Of course, if someone has technical knowledge in losing weight and their appointment setting for losing weight, this is such a pro. So that's what I would look for in a top appointment setter, especially when you're hiring and you're screening for hiring an appointment setter. I think that's how you say it. Now, the next point, let's go through the next point, is non-repeatable process. Now, if you don't have the systems in place to actually hire appointment setters, they're going to come in and they're going to think, what on earth do I do? Reason why this is so important is because setters typically need more supervision, structure, and training than closers. And closers still need quite a lot of structure, training, and supervision. So setters need it even more. Therefore, you need a repeatable process for training, tracking, and management. Okay? Let's go through what you actually need. Few examples. SOPs for absolutely everything. You need documents going over SOPs on what they need to actually hit the ground running and do their job, so that when you onboard this appointment setter, you can just send them this document and say, okay, this is how you do this. This is how you do this. And this is how you do everything, right? So appointment setting processes and scripts. Scripts in terms of if they say this, you say this, right? If they give you this objection, send over this video. How to actually book in an appointment on Calendly or the software you use, how to use the CRM for follow-up, how to track data using the end-of-day reports and how they can fill in their end-of-day reports, follow-up, how they can follow up, etc. You want to make sure you have SOPs for everything, and this is what we help clients come up with the structure in terms of what they need to SOP with and for, so they can actually have a good onboarding process, right? You want to make it easy for them to win, not like, okay, they have to figure it out, because they're not people who just go through mazes and just, work it out. You have to lay it out so they can win, right? And the next bit in terms of actually having a process that's repeatable is ongoing training. I went through this in a previous video, but this is pretty much any sales rep, closer, or setter. Yes, they may be a killer, but if you just let them do their own thing, they're going to turn into this, right? So you need to have ongoing training, especially with appointment setters, right? So what this looks like is one-to-ones with each setter personally every single week, at least one, just to gauge a temp check on your sales team and accountability. What I mean by temp check is you have to have a good pulse on your business. You got to know what's going on inside your business, because if you don't, then how are you supposed to manage them effectively? So jumping on one-to-ones to see what their well-being is looking like, how they're feeling, what they're struggling with, what you can help them with, and group training. Just for accountability. If you need to hold them accountable, if you need to tell them what's what, if they're slacking, you need to, give them a piece of your mind in a professional manner and in a constructive manner, then you can do it on these one-to-ones, not in public. This is another training we can go through. Group training 3 times a week with all the setters, going over live combos or core reviews. This is really, really important because some people don't know what they're doing wrong. So if you can go over with all the setters what they're doing wrong, analyze a core review, analyze a conversation, then they can improve. So you want to do this 3 times a week and one-to-ones every single week as well. All right. So just to reframe this once more, expert driver, aka top setter, and an average vehicle sales process, which is how repeatable your sales process is exactly how your sales team is going to look. Even if you have the best setter, if you don't have a repeatable sales process, if you don't have a repeatable structure, they're not going to be able to perform. Okay. Top F1 driver is not going to be able to drive this shitbox. I'm not saying your sales process is a shitbox. Now, one of the last points, which is a little bonus point, is lack of sales assets and objection handling content. Your marketing and your content should do most of the selling. I'm a sales guy, right? So I should be sticking up for sales, but marketing, I think, is so much more important, right? So with the marketing side of things, you want to make sure you have objection handling content, and this is intertwined into the appointment setting process. Right. So if you don't have this, if you don't have sales assets, objection handling content you can send over to prospects in the DMs, then you're missing out on so many appointments, so many appointments. So setters need to handle objections too. It's not just closers that need to actually handle objections. So if they don't have the right content to send over, they'll actually lose out on appointments they could have been booked, right? So let's say, this is a few examples. Let's say, I don't know, someone in the DMs is talking about a different process to getting SMMA clients, right? Saying, well, I heard this is the best. Then you can send over this video, say, yeah, no worries. Well, look, have a look at this video. Let me know what you thought. And this is going to handle that objections, right? Same with this. Same with high ticket sales, right? Same with this last company I worked alongside. A lot of people used to come on the sales calls and say, oh, but do you offer guaranteed placements in, like, place me into sales roles? This is bullshit, right? This is not real. So we used to send this over every single time in the appointment setting process to handle this objection so it doesn't even come on these sales calls, right? Same with budget on ad spend. Same with like why you should run YouTube ads, right? So if you have all the objections that come up in sales calls in YouTube videos or content and you can send over in the appointment setting process, you're loving life and you're going to get so many more booked appointments, so many more qualified. But that is it. That is the video on why your setter isn't booking 3 to 5 qualified calls a day. Now, if you want me and my team to build your vehicle into a top tier sales process, hire closers and setters and place them into your business, train your reps so they are absolutely killer, they're booking calls, they're closing deals, and help you script out appointment setting content, help you hire them, help you place them, help you come up with SOPs, everything. Let me know. Booking a call below in the description or message me on Instagram, the word hire, and we can see how to work together. Have a beautiful day. Peace.